Okay, okay, I think we're back. Hello, is anybody there? I just lost power, and it killed my stream. But we are back. Yay! How's it going? Okay, let's try this again. I think I'm live. Okay. What's going on here? Yeah, trolling. There we go. Um, yeah. You know what they say? Oh no, I killed my bot too. What happened here? Get reconnected. Okay, reconnect. What? How did that die? Everything's dead. Okay, but we're gonna do this. What? Okay, alright, we're back. As I say,
This is Keyforge.
I am live, right? You guys can hear me? Sweet. Cheers. Thank you. And thanks for the subscription, Stalker. I keep telling you, don't waste your money on me. We're gonna get you, once we get up to enough streams, we're gonna get some free emotes going for everybody. Okay. Yeah, well, you do what you gotta do. Well, I'm gonna tell you. But I'm also gonna tell you some cool, fun stuff that we're gonna do today. We're gonna do some news, and I just had some brand new breaking news. I don't think anybody's heard it. It's gonna be exciting. Then we have the TCO Meta Watch Fresh Marks, where we check out all the latest high SaaS sales. And there was an offer of over $500 this week. What? We're going to check out one of my decks, and it's themed based off of something else that happened this week. And same with a Crack-a-Pack. So, let's jump right in. First, of course, we had the update, but should we start with the exciting stuff or the stuff that probably everybody already knows about? Here's the stuff that everybody already knows about. There was an update to the GameFound campaign. Of course, it was recapping the news from last week that, of course, Jedi, aka Luke Olson, was hired by Ghost Galaxy. That's really cool. But what's up, Fudgenator? Orion, nice to see you all. Thanks for joining. Um, what it also shows here is them working on the next adventure, Fall of House Gormengeist. So that's really cool. And they say they are in the middle of the development of it. So that's exciting. Of course, they probably have a lot of work to do to get it to a good place to be able to then produce it and get it shipped with all the pledges. Too spooky for me. Sorry, is that a better TTV? Because I have better TTV installed. That should be there if it was better TTV. You know what else is better TTV? If you have those installed, check them out. We have these cool emotes for this channel. Yeah, so that was kind of the update from the Keyforge campaign. Oh, it's not a BTTV. All right, thanks. They also mention, if you still haven't, make sure you get in your stretch goals. Make sure you get in your custom deck names. They have the links there. Check out the GameFound campaign for those links in the latest update. But here's Here's the exciting stuff that I just found out. Seriously, like it would have been 5 minutes ago, but then we lost power, so it was more like 10 or 15 minutes ago. They're playing Woe in the Minnesota Game Center. They had Woe sealed tonight as their event. So if you're in Minnesota or if you're near there, check out when they're playing Keyforge at the Game Center in Minneapolis because they play Woe sealed tonight. What? Check it out. Yeah, so I'm nowhere near there, but somebody's got to be near there. I just saw that bombshell. It was actually on the Decks of Keyforge Discord, and Sky Deadeye actually announced that they were doing Woe Sealed. Somebody was asking what they were doing. It's hosted by the Game Center, which is owned by Ghost Galaxy. So, yes, more or less hosted by GG. Yep. So, if you're in Minneapolis, you know what you should be doing. Checking out when the Game Center is playing Keyforge. I mean, I'd love to be there, and I'm definitely jealous, but it's exciting. Hopefully, they're getting some hype going, right? It's all about the hype. It's all about the hype. Okay, next up, TCO Meta Watch. It's back, and we got a few updates for this week. Some updated data. Wait, where is it? Okay. Let's go to the charts. Don't come look at my game. Oh, I come and look. I come and look. But I don't record names, so sorry. Sometimes I see people playing decks that aren't theirs. You know, they're checking them out, they're testing them. I don't know, they're part of their team. But here we go. Here is the latest meta over time. It's still all over the place. AOA still has been rocking it the last few updates. DT is still missing, unfortunately. But we're going to talk more about DT later, actually. And mass mutation, as always, is ever present. I still haven't had time to work on a bot. My goal for this is to work on a bot so I can have consistent updates. I'll probably pick a couple times per day to go to the competitive queue, check all the games that I can get into, check those decks, and automatically record them in my spreadsheet. That's the goal. I believe I can do that with Python. But it's going to take some effort, and I just haven't had time. But I do like checking out people's decks when they're playing, and I do keep a list. There was a funny deck name this week. What was it? The one that shelters dread. Yeah, that one was pretty good. Okay, but let's check out the SAS. There was somebody running a 65 SAS AOA this week, so that was cool. But as normal, it's still majority between the 75 and 85 range. Always with some outliers. Sloppy Lab works new TCO tracker that's a work in progress. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, there might be something going on there. Okay. So that is a TCO Meta Watch. As always, the reason why I think this is interesting is to see what people are playing on the competitive queue and see how it changes over time. I don't think there's going to be a lot of changes until there's set releases or some drastic event which changes people's mind about what is competitive. So I don't expect kind of changes in this until really WoW is released because probably nothing's happening until then. Maybe we'll have some big regional events around then. Probably WoW is released before that. I don't know. Yeah. There's definitely news about trackers. There is a ABR tracker already from Aviator where you can copy your log into. If there's a button in TCO where you can copy the game log, you can paste that into Aviator's tracker. If you need a link, go to the ABR Discord or let me know. Hashtag DataForge channel, and I can get it for you. That's already up and running, and there might be, I know Kaveld from Sloppy Lab Work is also working on a TCO tracker, and they were also seeing where they could potentially collaborate. But what was cool about Sloppy Lab Work is they did a whole survey to see how people would use a tracker and what was interesting to them. So I think that'll give them really good insight into delivering the right thing that people want, which is really cool. Okay, that is the TCO Meta Watch. On to the real fun stuff. Fresh marks. We check out the latest high SAS sales, what's been put up for sale. Also, we check out of the ones that we've looked at since more or less the start of the year, what's getting offers. And I didn't have time to check everything, but I checked probably 60 to 75% of them, maybe 80, 90%. And there was a big offer from a big deck that we looked at last week. So we're going to take a look at that. We'll take a look at some other fun stuff too. So let's get right into it. First, we'll start off with kind of the new updates. And the first one is the Carpenter That Hides Smog. This has actually had a few offers, I believe, over the last couple weeks. It's an 85 SAS AOA deck. It's got a Time Traveler, Triple Helper Bot, Interdimensional Graft, Double Ronnie Wrist Locks, Guard Disguise, Doorstep. So a really nice AOA. And we had an offer last week for 150 from Jolker. And this week we had an offer of 180 from Oz Oath. Both of those expired, so they're looking for apparently more than 180. This is being sold by Dilly73. So lots of interest in this cool 85 SAS AOA deck. And yeah, looks like a cool deck. 20 creatures. All right. Next up, we have a deck which I think was sold. It was being listed for $600 by Maverick. And it's got a new owner listed. This is a 90 SAS Worlds Collide deck. It is Farah Cage or Kage Garlichese di Unsannoverso. Man, I butchered that. No one likes a shifty carpenter with something to hide. And maybe Alduck was always on here. I don't know, but it's no longer for sale. Did it sell? I don't know. I didn't have listed when the maybe they only had it up for sale for a small amount of time. So I could be wrong on this one. But this one potentially sold. It is I mean, triple Tao Tao Vapors. I love Tao Tao Vapors, especially in triples. I have two really cool decks that have triple Tao Tao Vapors, and it's awesome. This one also has Memory Chip and Eddie. Double Tribute, Spartasaur, Calipigan Ideal, Imperial Scutum, and Key to Dis is really nice. Harbinger of Doom, Obsidian Forge, Triple Rock Grub, 19 creatures overall. It's kind of got a little bit of everything except for artifact control. Okay, next up. Yeah, let's take a look at this one. It was put up for sale again late last week on the 25th. And now it is no longer for sale and is no longer under the person who was selling it a rent long. So this one was originally listed for $350. It had a high offer of $100 at one point. I'm guessing this one's sold. It's 89 SAS mass mutation. She who quantifies ascension. Triple eclectic inquiry. Sloppy lab work. Adaptoid. Chronos. Oh, we're gonna get there, Joker. We're gonna get there. Double strain grave. Markadis. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool deck. So I would not be surprised if this sold. It seems pretty well rounded. And the speed and logos is nice. Okay, and now, yes, spoiler alert, Joker, come on. We get to Joker's deck. We salivated on it last week, and this week it got an offer for $588, rejected by Joker. That's right. It was just sent today, actually, by Easy Galena. This is, of course, the 93 SAS AOA deck. Is that number one AOA? Let's take a quick look. No, it's in the top 20. It's in the top 20. But 93 SAS AOA. Um, a beautiful deck, a beautiful logo. Sprig, Sloppy Lab Work, Memory Chip, Redacted, Double Archimedes, Igor, Helperbot, Sutterkin, ZYX Researcher. It's got Bren the Fanatic with triple Life for Life, Miasma, Lights Out, and in Dis we have Life Ward, Key to Dis, Unlock Gateway, Three Fates, Poltergeist. So it also has a little bit of everything. 17 Amber Pips. Looks like a really cool deck. And if you got more than $588, maybe it could be yours. Maybe you got to butter up Joker for that. All right. Now we are on to the new decks for sale this week. And we're going to start with AI Vitellius from Gorlami. And this is just up for offer. It's 86 SAS mass mutations, 17 Amber Pips, and lots of creature control too. Double Gateway, Gizelhart's Wrath, also an Amphora Captura deck with Ancient Power and Curiosaurus and Spoils of Battle. And the disc also has Eaton's Jar, Double Infernus, Mark a Disc, Ritual of Tognath. This looks like a really cool deck. No speed whatsoever. But lots of great cards in it. So that's up for sale. No price listed, so make your best offer. Next up, we have the Eminence of Oldwell, being sold by dang it, this guy just played Fudgeonaire. Fudgeonaire was streaming earlier today for the NKFL. His name on DOK is Aether PT, and I forget what he goes by in Discord. But this is an 87 SAS Coda being listed. Oh yeah, Alberto Campos. Yes, 200 euros is the listing asking price. Double Too Much to Protect. Miasma. Numquid the Fair. That's a good card. Double Gormabomb. Doorstep to Heaven. Cleansing Wave. Double Control the Weak. Double Gateway to Dis. A Pit Lord, and you got a double Gateway to Dis to kill it. Not in their Hexad. Thanks for the inside info there. It's got a Sergeant Zakiel to go with your Dodger, maybe, or your Overlord Grekking. So pretty cool deck. Not any speed. -4 speed due to the Pit Lord and the double gateway. But it's got a little bit of everything and a listing price of 200 euros. Okay, next up. Okay, we got to check the translator. See what this is called. Mighty Red. Okay. We have Mighty Red, 89 SAS mass mutation, being listed for $200 out of Taiwan. Ritual of Tognath with double Infernus. That's always a nice combo. Gateway to Disc, double Gleeful Mayhem, double Ethologica, double Sloppy Labwork, Daughter, Dinobot. We have a double Praefectus Ludo with Spoils of Battle, Cision Strix, double Corniston Octavia, Defense Initiative, 19 creatures overall, 17 Ember Pips, lots of Ember control. Looks like a pretty good deck. Anguish with double Gleeful Mayhem, Pandemonium. Yeah, this is lots of cool stuff. Listing price of 200 euros. I think that's actually pretty reasonable for this deck. I guess most of the creature control is in Dis, and after your but you do have 19 creatures, so if you get a giant Saurian board, you probably don't care. Cool. All right. Next up, we got to check the name on this one as well. But another high SAS AOA deck. That's fun. This is Con the Wolf, Ivan Martinez. 87 SAS AOA. Being sold for $250, also out of Taiwan by Little Q78122. Time Traveler with triple Igor, double Helperbot, double Labwork. Hypnotic Command with how many creatures? Ooh, 8 Mars creatures with Hypnotic Command. Beautiful. That's beautiful. And in the shadows, we have double Bren the Fanatic with Life for Life, Guard Disguise, Nightforge, Swindle, Dust Chronicles. A little bit low on the creature control. It does have a standardized testing, but lots of speed. Some good Ember control. I think this Ember control is actually underrated, potentially. If you use your logos well, you could probably set up a pretty big Mars Hypnotic Command. I think the Brens are also underrated here. Yeah, I don't know. Cool deck. 2 key cheats. And listing price of $250. All right, next up we have 100 SAS Worlds Collide deck. Zilpa, La Noioso della Foresta Perspacacci. No listed price. Being sold by Erlentalong. 100 SAS Worlds Collide. Lots of speed. Double Kirby, stealth mode, double stealth mode. Helmsman Spears, Information Officer Gray. Double Daughter. Tau Tau. And in Saurian, we have the Tribute, Spartasaur, Golden Spiral. I guess for 100 SAS, I was looking for a little bit more, actually. It seems a little bit overrated. 35 SAS Star Alliance. It does look pretty good. But I'm not sure if that's good. What's up, Ketzer? We are looking at the latest High SAS Keyforge sales. That's what we're taking a look at. And this one is 100 SAS Worlds Collide with no listed price. All right, next up is Barista El Veloz, an 85 SAS master mutation being sold by Antho, $22.90. No listed price here. Triple Lethalogica with Ultra Gravitron, daughter. A causal loop that is enhanced. We'll have to check that out. Effervescent Principle. I always like to see Effervescent Principle and Universal Key Lock if you have Triple Lethalogica, because I really hate discarding all my Ember Control. Although you could say the same with Creature Control. The causal loop has a capture pip on it. Okay. We have a triple booby trap, borrow, ransack, vandalize, master place. And in Starlines, we have a transporter platform with a subject Kirby, a stunner, new frontiers. So that can be yours. No listed price. Barista El Veloz, 85 SAS, mass mutation. Ooh, next up a 93 SAS Worlds Collide. Gunner El Acelerado de la Isla. This one already looks better to me than the 100 SAS. Oh yeah, this is no longer listed for sale. It was being sold by DGARP. It didn't have a listed price. I wonder if this was bought already. It's got a really sweet Star Alliance, double Kirby, Kirby's Blaster, double Information Officer Gray with Medic Ingram, Melina with Melina's Blaster. In the Saurian, we have a Tribute with Imperial Forge, double Questor Jarda, Falaphosaurus, Odoak, double Tricerian Legionary, and in Logos, double Eddie, Titan Guardian. Yeah, I wonder if this was bought already. Doesn't really have any. I guess it does have Axiom of Grisk and Good of the Mini for semi-board wipes. Interesting. Ah, too bad. I didn't see any offers on it. But I have to assume that it was sold since it was just listed today. Or, let's see, when was that listed? That was listed 225, the 25th. So last Saturday. Okay. All right, next up we have an 88 SAS AOA deck listed from Aldrin Honor and a Shiver the Squalid, and this has a listed price of 500 euros. Very nice logos with Eureka, double Archimedes, triple ZYX Researcher, Helperbot, double standardized testing. It also has Cull the Weak, Exhume, Unlock Gateway, Lash of Broken Dreams. And we have another, this is also a Genka, Martian Generosity, Key Abduction with Hypnotic Command, but only 4 creatures for this Hypnotic Command. But it also has Proliferator with Mars First, so you can store your Key Abduction after getting it off. So yeah, I can see probably why they listed it for 500. Interesting. The only Ember control is Hypnotic Command and Lash of Broken Dreams. 10 Ember pips, so not a ton of Ember pips to boost up that Martian generosity. Yeah, interesting deck. All right, next up we have an 86 SAS Worlds Collide being sold by Antho 2029, no listed price. We have Double Infernus, Harvest Time, Gleeful Mayhem, Poltergeist, Library of the Damned, Triple Wild Wormhole, Interdimensional Graft, Daughter Desania, and Eddie, and in Star Alliance, double Lieutenant Kirkard, double First Officer Frame. We have Comm Officer Kirby, Peace Accord, and some creature control with Red Alert and Quintrino Flux. So this one has a bit of everything as well. Pretty well rounded, actually. No listed price. Make an offer. All right, next up we have one listed. I think this is Anthony Boygod, if I recall correctly. Let's see what the name is for this deck. It is Gray Archives Executioner Agatha. Or Agatha, sorry. Being listed for $400, a 95 SAS Worlds Collide deck. The Star Alliance has triple stealth mode. In Saurian, we have Falaphosaurus, Golden Spiral, Orator Hisaro, Primus Unglis, Saurus Rex, double Senator Strix, double Tricerian Legionary, Imperial Scutum, and the logos Tau Tau, Daughter, Double Eddie, Code Monkey. All right. A little bit low on Ember Control and Ember Generation, but pretty disruptive. High creature count of very dangerous creatures. Cool. Next up, we'll have to check out the name of this. This is being listed for $350, a 93 SAS mass mutation with the name of Proud Starport Missionary Tobias. Oh, it's a Sins deck as well with Desire, Greed, Sloth. It also has an Infernus, Obsidian Forge, a Grim Reminder to bring them all back. The logo's a little bit disappointing here. QMEX, Demobot, Mobius Scroll, Lethalogica. And then the Saurian has a Dark Embervolt with 10 mutants. Citizen Strix, Demosaurus, Double Defense Initiative, Ancient Power, Spoils a Battle. Lots of warding in Saurian. 19 creatures overall, and with that Grim Reminder, that can do a lot of work here. And this is one area where Lethalogica, my struggle with Lethalogica is, if it discards some of your key cards, you're screwed. But the one area where it's good is it can put a whole bunch of stuff in your discard that you can then potentially pull back with Grim Reminder. I tried to buy a new deck today, and apparently there are none left in town. Oh no! Yeah, I've heard that they have been selling out in certain places. But that is sad. That is sad. Hopefully, Woe will be there soon. And I know you have 6 Woe decks coming, at least. For being the Iron Man back in the Keyforge Celebration stream. Letho is an interesting card for sure. Very easy to overvalue or undervalue based on the deck and situation. I totally agree. I totally agree. In some decks, I feel it's really bad. But some decks, I think it's pretty good. Like Grim Reminder goes so good with it. Yeah, it's definitely situational. If I have Lethalogica, I always want certain things in my logos, creature control and ember control, that I can use Lethalogica to get to. All right, next deck. Aerith Farg. Becino di Atterlia Polita. An 88 SAS Worlds Collide deck being sold also by Anthony Boygard for $120. Just have to wait a little bit longer for those than the ones I pledged for. Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, this one has Cutthroat Research, Informational Graft, and Information Exchange, Interdimensional Graft, Universal Keylock, and Double Eddy. I think this is like all the Worlds Collide logos Ember Control in one house. That's pretty cool. It also has Daughter, Igor, Resembling Automaton. In the Saurian, Double Ludo, Golem, Saurus Rex, Tricerian Legionary, Double Scudum with Golden Spiral. Golden Spiral goes nice with Dilophosaurus. And some good creature control with Phalanx Strike and Double Axiom. And then in the Untamed, we have Lodon, Song of the Wild, Double Unnatural Selection, lots of creature control here, Unsuspecting Prey, Imprinted Murmuk, and Double Mussuk Murmuk. Interesting deck. $120. All right. I have no idea if that one's worth it. I am also definitely very excited for Windex. I'm very excited for when we find out more. Okay, next up we have Madame C. Hyrakoshel. Hyrakoshel. I have no idea how to say that. Being sold by Vargas, no listed price. A 86 SAS mass mutation with Grim Reminder, Double Infernus, Essence Scale, Orb of Invidious, Legacy Tau Vapors, that's exciting. Cyberclone, Daughter, Zenzi Zenzik, Bony Thing, Rad Penny, Master Mindy. Yeah, Legacy Tau with a draw pip. That is so unique and cool. So you draw 3 cards and then archive 1. It's so cool. I mean, legacy cards with enhanced, so unique. It's just the flavor of Keyforge. Oh, I love enhancements. So cool. All right, make your best offer for that one. Next up, we have Fraulein Cauldron Berardi, being sold by Harmed with a listed price of 150 euros. 88 SAS Coda. Double Control the Weak, Double Hysteria with Arise, Lash of Broken Dreams. We have a Library Access with Mother, Double Ganymede Archivist, Twin Bolt, Sloppy Labwork, Regular Labwork, Fogify. And in Shadows, we have a lot of pips with Double Ghostly Hand, Double Miasma, One Last Job, Too Much to Protect, 17 Amber pips overall, only 7 creature control, and a lot of that is bounce. Very, very limited actually destroying of creatures, and only 13 creatures to put out there. But lots of value. Ooh, yeah, my favorite might be my Legacy Guardian Demon with 2 damage pips. That is so cool. When the universe lines up like that, that's so fun. And just so you don't know, if you don't know, Guardian Demon, of course, lets you move those 2 damage pips around. So, heal up to 2 damage from a creature, deal that amount of damage to another creature. So it's got 2 damage pips on it. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, next up we have Ursula Flash Spikemonger, an 87 SAS AOA, and it's being sold by Jupiter, aka Fifth Planet Games. Just got listed today, I believe. And let's check it out. No listed price, so make your best offer. This is a Martian Generosity double key abduction, also with punctuated equilibrium, and Grump Buddy with Gangernaut, Drummernaut Ganger Chieftain combo. 13 creatures overall, 11 Ember Pips. Only Ember controlled is Grunt Buggy and Life Web. Life Web. Whoa, what was that? Let's see. How many 5-power creatures does it have for that Grunt Buggy? We have Calfine, Drummernaut, Ganger Chieftain, Groggins, Dominator. Ooh, Penpaka Anga helps because it can boost everybody up. Tentadlin, maybe the double Marble Swarm. And I guess Penpaka Anga can only get up the Bramo. But that's 10. So Grunt Buggy's not awful here. It also has double full moon with those 5 untamed creatures. Maybe you go from a big Martian Generosity turn into a big double full moon turn, if you're lucky. All right, so that's Ursula. All right, and the last deck, new for sale for this week, also being sold by Jupiter, aka Fifth Planet Games. It's 89 SAS Worlds Collide deck. Willa Iguatrip from the Curator's Street. Really nice star lines with triple stealth mode, Kirby, Information Officer Gray, Medic Ingram, Cloaking Dongle. The Shadows has double 2 measure protect, Trust No One, Hawk, no safety in numbers, Subtle Chain with Chain Gang, and the Quiet Anvil. And then the Saurian has Tribute, Imperial Road, Failing Strike, Dilophosaurus, Double Legatus Raptor, and Imperial Scooter. I just had my Kagi match against Jupiter's triple Hunting Witch, triple Pixie deck. Whoa. I don't think I've ever seen that. That is pretty nuts. So yeah, finishing up on this one, 89 SAS. It doesn't have a listed price. It can be yours. Now I kind of want to look up this deck of Jupiter's. Let's check it out. Triple Hunting Witch. Triple Dust Pixie. How many decks are there? Can't be that many. There's 19 decks. Let's see. It's in his NKFL lineup. Oh, here we go. That was the top one. 35 expected Ember. Chota Hazri too. Wow. And Teliga? Teliga's sweet. Oh, Time Traveler deck too with Mother and Reverse Time. Oh, if you get all those Hunting Witches and Dust Pixies out, and then Bouncing Deathcore come, and then Reverse Time, especially with the Chota too. This has some cool plays. Very nice. Ooh, a Master Plan too. Very cool. Very cool. That looks like a cool deck. Open October 2022. Coda still being opened. Still being opened. Awesome. All right. So that is Fresh Marks. That's the latest high sales. We saw the offer for Joker's deck for $588. We'll have to keep our eyes out there to see if anything is offered more. But next up, so yesterday, Sloppy Lab Work had a cool episode on Dark Tidings. So I thought, let's lean into that. And so my deck Spotlight is a DT deck, and we're also later going to be opening a Dark Tidings deck for our Crack-a-Pack. So yeah, if you haven't checked them out, twitch.tv/sloppy lab work. A really cool episode all about what people think about Dark Tidings, what people don't like about it, and what's awesome about it too. So be sure to check that out. What's up, Quick Draw? So yeah, let's check out this deck. This is one of my fun Dark Tidings decks. Caruncle, the Emperor of the Weird, and I love the name too. So 81 sass, Logos, Unfathomable, and Untamed. Double Deepwater Gruin, Chelonia, Beach Day, Double Witch of the Dawn. So really, really nice Untamed. It's also a Dark Discovery deck. I would have liked a little bit of stuff to help set up the Dark Discovery, like a Bubbles or a Brain Drain or something like that. Don't have any of that. We do have the double portals, which is nice, and the Maelstrom. And then in Logos, the Logos could have been a little bit better to help set up both the other houses as well. We do have Hydro Cataloger, Eddie, Novu Archaeologist, Knowledge is Power, Information Exchange. The Honors Keysis is usually not happening in this deck, or probably never happening. Doesn't have enough to kind of set that up. But the speed is really nice and Untamed. Getting the Dark Discovery off is Unfathomable can be nice. And there's a few tools in Logos to try and kind of help set up both of those to happen. So yeah, that's Caruncle, the Emperor of the Weird. I'm not gonna play games with it tonight. This one is almost there in terms of getting to like what I would consider my NKFL Hexad level, but it's a little bit too inconsistent. But it's a very fun deck. Very amazing Untamed. Very amazing Untamed for sure. Yeah. Okay. And finally, we have Crack-a-Pack. And of course, leaning into the Dark Tidings. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. And let's fix this. All right. Yeah, it is a lot of fun, and the Unfathomable can definitely go off too. It's got the Chew Guilt Spines. Um, you can potentially get some crazy stuff going on there. The Abandoned Ship can be really disruptive, and Dark Discovery is always fun if you can get that off. So yeah, fun deck. And I'm excited to see what other fun stuff we get in a new Dark Tidings deck. Shadows, Untamed, Sanctum. That could be spicy. Shadows and Untamed can be super spicy. Sanctum has some really cool cards in this set. It can do a lot. Okay. So here we go. We have Moreno working Ria's Desperado. Got a nice little Archon here with some wings on its shoulder. Its kind of hand is also kind of wing-like. One of its hands, and then the other hand, I'm not sure what's going on there. Then it's got some nice little kind of flotation legs going on in the bottom. Pretty cool. It could be quite punchy. Could be. I'm gonna shuffle up the houses because that is fun.
Every day I'm shuffling.
I need to get my some way to do that much more easily. Okay, let's shuffle up this house. I'm not even sure what house it is. All right, we're going to start with Sanctum. Heal or harm. Fully heal a creature and gain 1 ember, or ready and fight with a creature. I can never remember what order cards come in without shuffling, but I do like duplicates coming out as a surprise. Yeah, I do too. I do too. I actually get confused on the order too, especially because depending on the set, it changes. Ooh, ha! I guess I didn't do a good job shuffling. Double heal or harm right away. Ooh, next up is Larry of the Lake. While the tide is high, each friendly creature gets +2 armor. The lake giveth. We have a General Salvador, which enhances 2 other cards with capture pips. And we have more capture with Taxing Journey. Play, a friendly creature captures 1 ember. Each of its neighbors that shares a house with it also captures 1 ember. Collecting taxes as a form of penance is a belief that only the Sanctum could even try to justify. Go Larry, go Larry. Oh, we have another Taxing Journey. Ooh, we have a first or last. This will be good versus Winds of Exchange, probably, but it's just good in general. Play, choose one, purge each creature with the highest power, or purge each creature with the lowest power. Purge is so good. Ooh, next up we have Sir Bever, Taunt. Fight me, you coward. We can put our Larry of the Lake behind it. We have another Sir Bever. Oh, wow. We have a Cleansing Wave. Play, heal 1 damage from each creature, gain 1 ember for each creature healed this way. Ooh, we have a Urian the Circumspect, which goes so good with Larry. Reap, gain ember equal to Urian the Circumspect's armor. I shall protect this money with my life. And we have ways to protect it with our Sir Bevers. And finally, we have a triple Taxing Journey. Okay, we're going to be capturing a lot. Hopefully we have some way to make them pay. Or we'll just be delayed, and that's fine too. So maybe we can have our speed in our Untamed. Uh-oh, I lost count. Okay. Let's see, what's up next? If that was Sanctum, Then I'm guessing Shadows is next. All right, here we go. Ooh, we start out with Hard Simpson. Elusive, after Hard Simpson is dealt damage, steal 1 ember. If the tide is low, your opponent steals 1 ember instead. Then we have a Sea Urchin. Play capture 1 ember. If the tide is high, steal 1 ember instead. Starting out with some ember control. That's pretty nice, although I think we're kind of lacking on creature control too. We'll have to see what else we get here. We might need a couple infightings. We have a Flying Spectre. After your opponent raises a tide, destroy the Flying Spectre. Action, steal 1 ember if the tide is high. All the ember control. We have a Slowly Caper with a Capture Pip. Skirmish, Slowly Caper enters play under your opponent's control and can be used as if it belonged to any house. At the end of your turn, destroy 1 of Scally Caper's neighbors. I guess that's creature control, kind of. We have Jackie Tar. Elusive Reap. Deal 1 damage to a creature. If the tide is high, deal 6 damage instead. We have a Shoulder Id to protect our Jackie. Taunt. When Shoulder Id would deal damage, deal 1 ember instead. We have the Francis the Economist. Skirmish. Fight. Each player gains 1 ember. It's a win-win. We have a Cement Shoes. Play. Deal 2 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, raise the tide. Does this even work on pixies? We have a Mac the Knife. Elusive. You may use Mac the Knife as if it belonged to the active house. Action, deal 1 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, gain 1 ember. So it's like a Seeker Needle you can use every turn. Or you can just reap. We have a Loot or Pillage with a Capture Pip. Choose 1, steal 1 ember, or a friendly creature captures 3 ember. We have our own Seeker Needle. Action, deal 1 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys the creature, gain 1 ember. What was that? And finally, we have a Blatant Thievery. Play. Enrage an enemy creature. Move all ember from that creature to your pool. This is clearly beyond the scope of our all-you-can-eat policy. Makes me think of The Simpsons. Does this look like a man that had all he could eat? Okay. We were probably hoping for a few more scooped. But it's an interesting shadows. We were probably also hoping for some. I mean, we have the Seeker Needle with and the Mac the Knife with the Hard Simpson. So that's some pretty good synergy there. Get some steals off. Even with Mac the Knife, you can do it off house. That's pretty cool. All right, and then we're going to get to Untamed. Let's go Burst. Looking kind of punchy. I think we need an infighting. Or maybe a couple. Or yeah, some other form of creature control. All right. We start with Genetic Drift. Play. Give a creature +1 power counter. Then give each creature with a +1 power counter another +1 power counter. Ooh, next up we have Fertility Chant. Here comes a burst. 4 Ember Pips, and play. Your opponent gains 2 Ember. Spicy. Next up we have Assert Dominance. Play. For the remainder of your turn, a friendly creature gains Skirmish. Ready and fight with that creature. Alright, there's some creature control. We have a Bumblebird. Getting some of those +1 power counters that we can make go crazy with Genetic Drift. Alpha. Play. Give 2 +1 power counters to each other friendly untamed creature. Now we need an Ambermancy. But first, we have a Gabuk. Destroy. Discard the top card of your deck. If it is a creature, after Gabuk leaves play, put that creature into play in Gabuk's position in the battle line. Alright, we got our infighting. Play. Each creature deals damage equal to its power to its right neighbor. Establishing dominance within the group appears to be largely pointless. Dr. Escatera. Bumblebird is also food for Macdonice. That's a good point. Very good point. We have a Reaper, so play, choose one, reap, and ready with a friendly creature. Or give 3 +1 power counters to creatures distributed as you choose. Alright, there's some more bursts. Deepwater Gruin. Play reap. If the tide is high, if your tide is low, your opponent gains 1 ember. No one knows why cuteness was a necessary adaptation for the pitch dark of the deep ocean. Medic Ingram. Interesting that Medic Ingram is saying that. We have the fittest. Man, we are having lots of fun with +1 counters, which is actually super good for Hard Simpson. We can keep beefing it up and keep hopefully getting steals off of it. Like, infighting with Bumblebird and Hard Simpson is also a good combo. You can damage it and get a steal off. Play, give each friendly creature a +1 power counter. When 2 biomes meet for the first time, not everything survives. Ooh, we have all tied up. If the tide is high, gain 1 ember. Otherwise, raise the tide. We have another the fittest. So many power counters. And last card of the deck. A Myliobe. While the tide is high, Myliobe gains skirmish. Before fight, enrage a creature. Myliobe fights, and each of the creature's neighbors. Myliobe? I don't know how to say it at all. So a little bit of creature control there. It also helps pull you off a big cleansing wave. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, infighting is like super key to this deck. One, because it needs creature control. Two, it can set up the cleansing wave, to your point. It can set up steals. How many pips? Yeah, let's check it out. 1, 2, 3. The Untamed itself has 10 pips. That's pretty sweet. The Shadows only has 2 pips. And the Sanctum has 3 pips, all from the 3 Taxing Journeys. So 15 overall. Not bad. Not bad. And it's got a decent amount of potential steal and shadows. Lots of capture and Sanctum. So, yeah, I think it'd be a fun little deck to try out. You could end up stealing 3 from playing infighting if the board is set up just right. How would you steal the other chew? Oh yeah, we also have the Urian Circumspect with Larry of the Lake and the Chew Sir Bevers and the Healer Harms. The Healer Harms can also help set up the Cleansing Wave. So, lots of fun, interesting stuff going on here. Reaper So can help with Jackie Tar and the Circumspect Urian. I think capitalizing on the needle and the Mac to get some cash reward for creature control could be a good strat. Yeah. One from the shoulder edge, two from the hard Simpsons. Okay. I only have one hard Simpson, unfortunately. But good call. Yep. You could get two that way. Sweet. So that is Moreno. Ricanria's Desperado. Fun little deck. All right. So yeah, two would have been nice, especially with the infighting for sure. Okay. So that's your stream. Coming up though, we have a couple things going on. Tomorrow we have our last NKFL match of the season. We will be playing versus Zeramis. And depending how we do, we could potentially get in the top two of our group. So that's super exciting. He's got some really big creature heavy decks though, so it's gonna be interesting. And then I think I also plan to stream on Saturday because it is a big milestone stream for me. On Saturday, I'll be streaming for 2 years. My first stream was March 4th, 2021. So, plan to do some potentially silly stuff Saturday night. Maybe have some fun with AI art. Maybe some fun with some characters like we did for the Keyforge celebration stream. We'll see. We'll see. And we'll see what other people want potentially. All right, but that's a stream. Thanks everybody for watching. You'll have a wonderful day, evening, or whatever you do with where you're at. And we'll see you next time. Forge on and prosper. Thanks everyone. Take care.